नमस्कार, स्वागत आप सभी का हमारे एक और लाइव इंटरैक्टिव सेशन में। मेरा नाम है नेहा। हमारा ये विशेष कार्यक्रम आप CIET NCERT के अलग अलग माध्यमों पर देख रहे हैं, जैसे NCERT ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल, साथ ही PME विद्या चैनल नंबर 12 पर, और इसके साथ साथ NCERT PME विद्या क्लास 12 पर भी ये सेशन प्रसारित हो रहा है। तो ये तो आप जान ही चुके हैं कि ये सेशन 3 से 4 के बीच में क्लास 12 के बच्चों के लिए है। आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं मैथमेटिक्स, और मैथमेटिक्स का जो आज टॉपिक है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, साथ में रीजनिंग और असर्शन पे जो क्वेश्चंस आधारित होते हैं, जो क्लास 12 के बच्चों के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होते हैं। साथ में इसके अलावा भी ये आपके जीवन में बहुत काम आएंगे। तो इस पर बातचीत करने के लिए और हमारी बहुत सारी मदद करने के लिए हमारे आज के एस्टीम्ड एक्सपर्ट हमारे साथ जुड़ गए हैं। मेरे साथ जुड़ जाइए। उनका स्वागत करने के लिए हमारे एक्सपर्ट हैं मिस्टर राहुल सोफत। आप HOD मैथमेटिक्स हैं, एयरफोर्स गोल्डन जुबली इंस्टीट्यूट नई दिल्ली से। नमस्कार सर, बहुत बहुत स्वागत आपका। सो डियर व्यूवर्स, अगर आपका कोई भी सवाल है आज के टॉपिक से जुड़ा हुआ, पेरेंट्स एंड टीचर्स भी अगर हमें देख रहे हैं तो आपका स्वागत भी है। साथ में कोई सवाल पूछना चाहें तो आप हमें संपर्क कर सकते हैं। सबसे पहले हमारा फ़ोन नंबर आप नोट कर लीजिए। हमारा फ़ोन नंबर आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं, 8800440559 इज़ द नंबर। इसके अलावा विस्तार से लिखना चाहें तो ईमेल भी आप हमें लिख सकते हैं, और ईमेल ID भी आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं, dth.class12@ciet.nic.in। और इन दोनों ही माध्यमों के अलावा अभी अगर तुरंत हमसे जुड़ना चाहें तो NCERT ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर जाइए, लाइव चैट बॉक्स में जाकर अपना प्रश्न लिखिए, जो भी क्वेरी है मन में, क्योंकि मैथमेटिक्स है तो सवाल तो देखिए मन में आते ही हैं। तो ऐसे में आपका जो सवाल होगा वो नोट करिए, और साथ में अपना नाम और जगह का नाम हमें लिखकर भेज दीजिए। मैं आश्वस्त करती हूँ आपको कि आपका क्वेश्चन आज के एक्सपर्ट से ज़रूर पूछूंगी। और इसी के साथ चलिए सेशन को आगे बढ़ाते हुए सबसे पहले सर मैं आपसे यही जानना चाहूँगी, why are we studying this topic today?
I think this is a very good question, because examination time is there and our students in their CBSE examination, they are facing these MCQs.
Right.
MCQs are here to stay, or I think first 20 questions in our CBSE examination are MCQ type questions. And not only this, आगे competitions में ये काम आएंगे, whether it is JEE मेंस, एडवांस्ड। तो MCQ को कैसे टैकल करना है, एंड MCQ का जो लेवल है, इट कैन बी फ्रॉम सिंपल टू मीडियम टू वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट। अब वो जो डिफ़िकल्ट क्वेश्चंस भी हैं, देयर इज़ अ टेक्निक टू डू देम फास्ट। तो इस सेशन में हम ये देखेंगे कि विद योर कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी, नॉलेज, हाउ यू कैन टैकल दीज क्वेश्चंस, और इनको हम विद प्रैक्टिस हाउ वी कैन डू देम फास्ट, बिकॉज टाइम भी काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है,
टाइम मैनेजमेंट भी ज़रूरी है। और सर एज फार एज आई नो MCQs बहुत स्कोरिंग होते हैं।
Yeah, either you get 1 marks or you lose that marks.
Right.
But if your concepts are clear, you can easily score full marks in multiple choice questions.
All right, sir. So let's go ahead with the topic.
Yeah. So welcome to the session. We'll start with some MCQs. First, I've taken this question. Here we are given a matrix A, right? And then what is given to us? A matrix A is given and we have to find A inverse. Now it is a very simple question. There are 4 options and one of the options is correct. Now how to go about it? We know how to find inverse of a matrix. Inverse of a matrix is adjoint A divided by determinant of A. Now if you do these calculations, you will get one of the answers, that is for sure. But then how to obtain it faster? Let us first of all, let me do it the conventional way. We will find determinant of A, it comes out to be -1, and then we have adjoint A. Adjoint A is, it is how to find adjoint A. You will first find cofactor matrix and then you will take the transpose of the cofactor matrix, and then it will give us this adjoint A. Then after this step we will find A inverse. A inverse is 1 by dat A divided 1 by dat A multiplied by adjoint A, and which will give us this. And if you see, this is the option D. This is the option D, and if we go back and see the original question, this tallies with D. So this is one matrix in which the inverse remains the same. inverse of the matrix A is D, and there is no difference between the two matrices. But how to do it fast? So, I will just explain you here. See, we have this matrix -1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, right. This is a matrix, this is the matrix A. Now, how to find determinant of this matrix? You know, this is a special type of matrix. It is a diagonal matrix, right. In a diagonal matrix, you will find other than the main diagonal elements, all other are zeros. And how to find determinant of A? You can multiply the main diagonal elements. So, if you multiply the main diagonal elements, what you will get? You will get the product of -1 into 1 into 1 is -1. So, determinant you can obtain like this. And how to obtain adjoint A? Adjoint A will be, see, if you have a matrix of this type, let us say A, B, C are the diagonal elements and all other elements are 0, you take a diagonal matrix, and if you see its adjoint will be, what element will come here? The product of the other two diagonal elements B, C, and what element will come here in this place? The product of A and C, and the element which will come here in its adjoint will be AB, right. So, if you know these tricks, you can do it faster, and all other elements will be 0 0 0 0 and 0, right. So, what we observe, if you know this trick, you can find adjoint A very fast. So, what is adjoint A in this case, right? If I want to find the element which will come in this place, it will be B into C, which is 1, and the other two will be 0, and what element will come here? You find the product of the other two, which is -1, right, this into this -1, and other two are zeros, or last में 0 0 and product of these two is -1. So, this is adjoint A. Now, to find the A inverse, if I divide this by determinant of A, this matrix, right, this same matrix. So, matrix determinant of A is -1. So, sign of all these elements will change and you will get -1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So, we get the same matrix, but if you apply these shortcuts, you will be able to obtain the answer very fast. So, this was the first question. I hope it is clear to you. Now, we will move to the next question, that is this. Now, see here in this question, it is given A is a square matrix of order 2, right. A is a square matrix and its order is given to 2, means it is 2 cross 2 matrix, such that determinant of A is 4. Then how you will find determinant of 4 times adjoint A? Now, again this question, though it looks slightly difficult, but it is very simple, because two properties are being applied here. What are the two properties which are applied here? First is, if you want to find determinant of some lambda times a matrix, right, lambda raised to power n will come out. That is the first property which will apply here. And the second is, determinant of adjoint A is determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1, right. I would like to explain you in detail. See, what I have done is 4 into adjoint A, that determinant of 4 into adjoint A, 4 square will come out. Why 4 square is coming out? It is for the simple reason that this 4 square has come out. Why? Inside I was having 4 times some matrix, the matrix is adjoint A here, but it is the order of matrix A is square, 2 cross 2 square matrix, order 2. So, when the order is 2, it is 2 cross 2 square matrix. So, when this 4 will come out, it will be taken common from each of the rows. So, there are 2 rows, from the first row 2 will come out, from the first row 4 will come out, and from the second row also 4 will come out. So, 4 raised to the power 2, because it is a square matrix of order 2, therefore, 4 square has come out, and we are left with adjoint A, determinant of adjoint A, and determinant of adjoint A is determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1, where n is the order of the square matrix. So, adjoint A will be determinant of A, which is 4, we are given determinant of A is 4, and since the order is second order square matrix, so the power of this 4 will be 2 minus 1. So, if you know these formulas, it becomes very simple and easy to find out, calculate these type of questions. Now see here, this is 4 only, and 16 into 4 is 64. I hope this is clear to you, and I can again explain this question again while simplifying it. See, what two properties I have told you. If you have a constant lambda and you are multiplying it by a matrix, right, and you want to find its determinant, then lambda raised to power n will come out, where n is the order, of the matrix. This is the first property which is to be applied. And then the second property is determinant of adjoint A. Determinant of adjoint A is determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1. So, if you are clear with these two concepts, and these are very simple properties, they are given in your NCERT books. So, applying these two, we are able to find determinant of 4 times adjoint A. So, I will again explain you how to do it fast. First, this 4 comes out because it is a matrix of 2 cross 2 order, right. So, 4 square will come out, and then we have to multiply it with determinant of adjoint A. 4 square is 16, and determinant of adjoint A is determinant of A raised to the power n minus 1, and n minus 1 because n is 2, it is n cross n, right, it is n is 2. So, 2 minus 1 is 1, and we are given determinant of A is 4. So, 16 into 4 is 64. So, these questions can be done fast enough if you are remembering these two concepts, and I will advise you, whatever chapter you are taking, you have to refer to, make a list of formulas and keep on revising those formulas. So, these formulas and the list and the important concepts will enable you to solve these MCQs very fast. Now, let us take up the next question. Yeah, this we have done. Next is this. The absolute maximum value of the function f(x) equal to x cube minus 3x plus 2 in 0 2 is. Now, all of you know there are two types of maxima minima. One is local maxima minima, other is absolute maxima minima. Now, in this case, what we will do is, absolute maxima minima can either occur at the end point of the interval, and the end point of the interval here is see 0 and 2. So, what we have to do, we have to check at the end points and at the critical point, the point where the derivative is vanishing. So, what we will do is, first step is to find the, because we have to find the absolute maximum, right. So, what we will do is, this is the function x cube minus 3x plus 2, we find the first derivative. First derivative तो बहुत simple है, x cube is 3x square and minus 3, right. And to find the critical point, I will equate this equal to 0. So, 3x square minus 3 equal to 0 will give us x square is equal to 1, and solving it, x is minus 1 1. Now, students, can you think of the reason why I have taken only 1? There were two solutions here, minus 1 and 1, and in this table the points which I have taken are 0 1 and 2. Now, I am referring back to the question, 0 and 2 were the endpoints of the interval. 0 and 2 were the endpoints. So, I have to take 0 and 2, and the point, critical points are minus 1 1, which are the turning points, you can say, of this curve, right, or it can be the point of inflection as well. So, 0 2 are the two endpoints of the interval which I have taken, see 0 and 2, and minus 1 I am not taking because it is not in the interval. अब किस interval के बारे में बात हो रही है वो भी important है. Now, the interval in which we are dealing is between 0 and 2. So, only 1 comes between 0 and 2. So, minus 1 के बारे में तो ये पूछ ही नहीं रही हैं. The question says find the absolute maxima of this function x cube minus 3x plus 2 in which interval 0 and 2. So, minus 1 नहीं लिया है, that is the simple reason I have taken only 1. And then the value of this function f(x) I am finding out at these points. Now, if you put x equal to 0 in this function, you get 2. So, the value of f(x) is 2. And what is the value of the function at 1? Value of the function at 1 is, if you substitute 1 here, you get 3 minus 3 is 0, right. And then if you put x equal to 1, x equal to 2, because at each of these points we have to find the value of the function. So, if I put 2 here, I get the value 4. Now, you can just visualize, and by simple comparison you can reach the answer. Now, out of 2, 0 and 4, which is the maximum value? 4 is the maximum value. So, the point of absolute maxima is 4, because it is the greatest of all these 3. Just compare these values, whichever is greatest is the maximum, absolute maximum value. So, our correct option is C. You look here, this is C. So, this is our right answer, 4. Now, we move ahead to a slightly difficult question, in the sense that to solve these questions you have to see, it is an MCQ. After all, it is an MCQ, and you have to be fast enough, so that if you take more than 5-10 minutes, then just for 1 mark you are allotting that time, you are devoting that time. And what happens if in some question you take lot of time, then it may affect the overall scoring, because in some there can be some simple questions in the paper. So, I'll first go slow and explain you all the formulas and concepts here, then we will see whether you have understood it or not, right. Now, the question is, let A1, A2, A3 and A11, there are 11 terms from A1 to A11, be some real numbers satisfying A1 is equal to 15. So, A1 equal to 15 means this is 15, first term is 15, and 27 minus 2A2 is greater than 0, and AK is equal to twice of AK minus 1 minus AK minus 2, right, for K equal to 3, 4 up to 11. So, what is given to us? We are given 11 numbers, and the first of which is 15. We are given a relation, we are given an inequality which gives us value of A2. It says that 27 is greater than 2A2, and third thing which is given to us is some relation between these 3 consecutive terms, AK minus 1, AK minus 2, AK minus 1 and AK, right. So, उसमें कुछ relation दिया हुआ है for all K, for K equal to 3, 4 up to 11, and if A1 square plus A2 square up to A11 square divided by 11 is equal to 90, then we have to find the value of A1 plus A2 up to A11 divided by 11. So, we have to find, you can say, the mean of these 11 numbers, mean of these numbers, or the average of these numbers. Now, the options are 0, 1, 9 and 90. We will just go ahead and see how this can be done. Now, see, I have told you 3 things were given: AK, a relation between AK, AK minus 2 and AK minus 1. If you look at this carefully, this signifies that these numbers forms an AP, arithmetic progression. See, one of the numbers is AK, other is AK minus 2. So, sum of the two extremes, if you take these, is twice the middle. You know what is this property? Whenever you take 3 numbers ABC and ABC in AP, then twice the middle is equal to sum of A and C. So, that is the same thing is given in this format. So, this indicates that the numbers which we have to find are in arithmetic progression. Now, next, the first term is 15. So, whatever terms we will be getting will be 15 plus RD, where D is the common difference and R is some value ranging from AP may 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and we are given their summation is 990. From where this 990 is coming, if you look at the question, see here, this 11 will go to the right hand side, 11 into 90 is 990, 990 is you multiply them, and then once we have understood that this indicates that the numbers are in arithmetic progression, we can write these numbers as summation of 15 plus RD square is equal to 990. Now, if I expand this, I will get 15 square, 15 plus D square, 15 plus 10D square is equal to 990, right, because in the first term is 15 is given to us, so coefficient of D will be 0. So, coefficient of D will be 0, then coefficient of D is 1, and finally coefficient of D is 10, because if we have to write the 11 terms, 11th term is not A plus 11D, it is A plus 10D. So, 15 plus 10D. So, square of sum of the squares of these numbers is 990, and we can write it in summation form like this, 15 square, summation of 1. Then if I am taking d square common from all these terms, d square, then 2d whole square, then finally 10d whole square. So, d square comes out, I have to take summation of r square, r varies from 1 to 10, because r equal to 0 will not give me any number. And then there will be a term of 2ad. 2ad means 15 into 2 into d, that is 30d. Again in the second term 30d will be there, and in this also if you write 2ad, a square plus b square plus 2ab, you will get 30d into 10. So, if I take summation of all this, it reduces to 35d square plus 150d plus 135 equal to 0, and solving this we get d equal to minus 3. This is a quadratic, you can divide by 5, and solving it you will get d equal to minus 3 or minus 9 by 7. Now, I am taking only minus 3 into consideration. Why I am taking minus 3 into consideration? Because there is some information which is provided to us that 27 is greater than 2a2. So, if 27 is greater than 2a2, if you take these values, right, only minus 3 will satisfy. So, a2 is less than, second term of the AP is less than 27 by 2, that is 13.5. So, if you find the second term will be 15, because the first term is 15 minus 3, 15 minus 3 is 12. So, if you write 12 here, then 27 is greater than 2 into 12, which is 24, it makes sense. But if you take this value, then this 27 greater than 2a2 is not satisfied. So, only value which we can take of d is minus 3. And what is sum of n terms? Sum of n terms is what we want. If you look at what we have to find out is sum of the first 11 terms, which is an AP, right, divided by 11. So, first I will find sum of the 11 terms of an AP, and all of you know the formula of sum of 11 terms is n by 2, 2 into a plus n minus 1d. So, 11 by 2, 2 into a is 15 plus n minus 1 is 10 into d is minus 3, which we have obtained here. So, what is 2 into 15? 30, 30 minus 30 is 0. So, this expression becomes 0 and we derive the final answer to be 0. And now, if you look at the options, you will see these were our options. So, A is the right answer. So, I hope the students have understood this.
Sir, before we proceed, a student has requested you to explain this one more time.
All over again?
Yes, because as you said in the beginning, it's going to be a difficult question. So, if you can do that.
Yeah, I will just explain the important concept again. See, in this question, what is given to us? First term is 15. Second information is 27 is greater than 2a2, right? Third information is provided to us is ak plus ak minus 2 is twice of ak minus 1. This is for k varying from 3 to 11. And now, if you look at this, what I was trying to explain you was, if you put some value of k, let us put 4, right? A4 plus A4 minus 2 is 2 and twice of 4 minus 1 is 3. So, this suggests A2, A3, A4 are in AP. Similarly, whatever k you put here from here, you will find that this forms an particular AP. Right, and all these terms are of the same AP, because this is a generalized result which is given to us for all k, right. So, first of all it is an AP. So, AP की terms क्या होंगी? First term is 15, second term is 15 plus d, third term is 15 plus 2d, and fourth term is, finally if there are 11 terms, I want to write the 11th term, it will be 15 plus 10d, right. Now, the sum of their squares, right, divided by 11 was 90. So, that 11 goes to the other side and it becomes 990, right. So, this is what is given to us. अगर summation अगर नहीं भी, if you don't want to substitute, if you don't want to put summation, you can understand it like this. This is 15 square, right? Again you will get 15 square here, 15 square plus d square plus 2ab, 2 into 15 into d. Now if you expand this, you will get 15 square plus 2 square d square plus twice of this, what? Twice of 15 into 2d, and finally the last, this last step, last term will give us 15 square plus 10 square d square plus 2 into a into b. So 2 into a into b is 10d, right? Now if some students might have confused taking those summation, if I am adding all these, you add it column wise. This 15 square is coming how many times? 15 square is coming 11 times. So this multiplied by 11, because there are 11 terms. In the beginning it is written a1, a2, a3 up to a11. So these are 11 terms, it is coming 11 times, you get this 15 square into 11. Then if you take d square common, you are what you are getting? You are getting 1 square plus 2 square up to 10 square. And you know summation of sum of the squares of first 10 natural numbers is n, n plus 1, 2n plus 1 upon 6, right? Upon 6. And then if you take 2 into 15 30 d, you can take common, 2 into 15 13 d, again no 30 d, 2 into 15, again you get 30 d, again you get 30 d. So what is left inside? 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 10. So n into n plus 1 by 2, this is equal to 990. So we have just simplified this expression. If 11 gets cancelled, right, either भी cancel करेंगे 11 से, you divide throughout by 11, you get 90, and then you can further simplify, you get a quadratic. You get a quadratic in d which gives you two values, and those two values are minus 3 and minus 9 by 7. I think, yeah, this is what we got. And now once you know a was 15 and as well as d, both a and d are given to you. It is very easy to find out the sum of first 11 terms. Sum of 11 terms ka to there is a formula of AP, n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d, n is 11, a is 15, n minus 1 you know will be 10, d is minus 3. And why this minus 9 by 7 is rejected? Because it does not satisfies this. The second term will not satisfy this. Hence we will get the answer. I hope now I have explained it in another format. It is exactly the same, but I think this summation and all will be easier to understand like this. So you know, there are some problems which may take more time when you are doing. Even in case of MCQs, sometimes when you are revising, you are preparing for your examination, you have to write each and every step. But then once it is clear to you, these concepts are clear, then you can do it very fast. Now let me take up another question. I will take up, I think I will take this, yeah. So our next question is, the foot of the perpendicular from 2 4 minus 1 to the line x plus 5 equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by y plus 3 equal to minus 1 by 9 z minus 6 is. Now it is a very simple question, it is not at all difficult. So we are given a line, straight line, it is a line in space, 3-dimensional, and there is a point 2 4 minus 1. We have to find the foot of the perpendicular. So we have to find the foot of the perpendicular drawn from this point to this line, right? I hope it is clear to all the students. So how to go about it? Now to explain this question also, I need to draw a diagram so that it becomes more clear, and then we will revert back to our PPT. So the diagram is, see here, we are given a line. The equation of this line is x plus 5 by 1, y plus 3 by 4, I am just rewriting whatever is given, z minus 6 upon minus 9, right. This is given to us. This is a line and there is a point here. Let us say this point is 2 4 minus 1, right. Point तो बिल्कुल minute ही होना चाहिए, right, but just because I am representing here and it is clear or visible to all, I have put this circle also, right. Now the question is, from here a perpendicular is drawn. If I am taking this point as P, and let us say the, or I can take A and B, I am taking the point, given point as A, and I am assuming let the foot of the perpendicular be B. This is the point B, right. So the question is, from this point a perpendicular is drawn on this line, you have to find the coordinates of the point B. Now the simple method is, you assume the coordinates of B. We assume the coordinate of B. Now let us say the coordinates of B are, from this you equate this and obtain value of x in terms of lambda. So lambda minus 5, and what is coordinate of y coordinate of this point? 4 lambda minus 3, 4 lambda minus 3. And what is z coordinate of this point? If you multiply, cross multiply and find out value of z here, you will get 6 minus 9 lambda. So this is my assumption that the foot of the perpendicular is this point, right, this point. Now it is very simple. Now there are two lines, which this is line, the perpendicular, and this is the line. So a perpendicular and line, two lines are given. Perpendicular is also a line segment, and this is a straight line. So both of them are perpendicular. You know, there is a very important relation when two lines are perpendicular, A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. And what are A1 B1 C1 and A2 B2 C2? They are direction ratios of the line, direction ratios of AB as well as direction ratios of the line which is given to you. And how to obtain the direction ratio? Direction ratio of this line you can obtain by subtracting these coordinates. Lambda minus 5 minus 2 will be lambda minus 5 minus 2 is will be lambda minus 7, 4 lambda minus 3 minus 4, and then 6 minus 9 lambda plus 1. So this will become 7 minus 9 lambda. So what I have done, the direction ratio of a line can be obtained by subtracting the coordinates, x coordinate, y coordinate and z coordinate. So 6 minus 9 lambda plus 1 will be 7 minus 9 lambda. So these are A1 B1 C1. And what are the A2 B2 C2? These are 1, 4 and minus 9. So 1, 4 and minus 9 are the values of A2 B2 C2, right. A2 is 1, B2 is 4 and C2 is minus 9. Once you get the direction ratios of the line and we have obtained the direction ratios of the perpendicular, substitute in this, and if you substitute in this you will get value of lambda, you will get value of lambda, and once you get value of lambda you can substitute here and get the foot of the perpendicular. So whatever lambda you will get from here, you substitute here in this, you will get the foot of the or coordinates of the point B, which is the foot of the perpendicular. So this concept obviously you must know, and once this conceptual clarity is there, you have knowledge of how to find out the perpendicular or what happens when the two lines are perpendicular, what is the result, then these calculations you can go very fast. Now I am reverting back to our PPT where I have done only these calculations, but it will be easier for you to understand. See now, coming back to our PPT, let A be the point 2 4 minus 1, it is the point which is given to us. Equation of the line is the same line which is given, both of them are given to us. We have to find the foot of the perpendicular. Now we will assume that the foot of the perpendicular is this. This I have told you how to obtain it. I equate this equal to lambda and find value of x, y and z solving these three equations. First I will put this equal to lambda and find x, then I will put this equal to lambda and find y, and then substitute this equal to lambda and find z, right. I will get this point. Now this is the point B. Now what are direction ratios of AB? This is AB is the perpendicular, difference of the coordinates. See, AB vector is this, you can find it in the vector form also. So these are the direction ratios of AB, the coefficients of I, J, K, right. And this is what I plus 4j minus 9k. These are this is a vector obtained from 1, taking 1 as coefficient of I, 1i plus 4j minus 9k. It is just writing it in vector form and taking their dot product, right. AB, this is dot, AB dot I plus 4j minus 9k equal to 0. The same thing you will obtain, right, if you write it in Cartesian form. Cartesian form में हमने क्या किया था, AB के डायरेक्शन रेशियोज निकाल डिफरेंस कर दिया और ये 1 4 minus 9 लिया, and then I found the corresponding product of these direction ratios and equated equal to 0, and then lambda का value 1 आएगा. The way I have explained you earlier and this form is almost the same. और जैसे ही lambda 1 आएगा, you substitute it here to get the value of the foot of the perpendicular. If you put lambda here, you will get minus 4. You put lambda equal to 1 here, you will get 4 minus 3, which is 1. And if you put lambda equal to 1 here, 6 minus 9 is minus 3. So, minus 4, 1 and minus 3 are nothing but the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. So, we will conclude that our correct option is C, minus 4, 1, minus 3. So, this question is from 3-dimensional coordinate geometry. So, I will try and take up some questions from each of the topics. Right. Now, see, there is a very important question here, the domain of this function. So, some of these questions have already come in JEE mains examination, and some of the questions which we are discussing here have come in our CBSE board examination. So, some actual questions are also taken, so that you are able to understand what level of questions are coming and what is the rigor of these questions. Difficulty level also you can understand, and more than that, see how the concepts are applied, and once you know the concepts, some of them can be done very easily, but obviously you have to practice a lot for you to solve them. Now, see the domain of this function. Now, what is the domain? Domain is values of x for which y is defined. Domain is values of x for which y is defined. Now, how to know what values can x take? Because it is a logarithmic function, and in fact, if you look at it carefully, you have got two logs. First you have log to the base 3, and again inside the bracket you have another log to the base 6. Now, to begin with, it might seem that it is very abstract sort of question in which two logs are there, but you do not have to worry. First of all, log is defined only for positive values. Log of 0 is minus infinity, and log of only positive numbers are defined. I will just again try and explain you this question by so you look at the notepad again. See, we have to find domain of this function f(x) is equal to log 3. See, here I am taking more time to make you understand the concept, and once you have understood, then you have to skip many of these steps and you have to do the working fast. So, this question is 1 minus log 6 x square minus 7x plus 16, right? This is the question, right? Now, the domain of this function I have to find out. First of all, what is domain? Values of x for which y is defined. What values will x take for which f(x) will be defined, right? Now, look here, see the graph of log x. What is important is this should not meet. Very important concept. Because the tip of this marker is very thick, so I will again redraw so that you understand the concept. See, this is y equal to log x, and I can stop here, because if you move ahead, and it is very difficult to show that these two curves can be very close but not intersecting, right? This is very important. This line y axis is asymptotic to this log curve. This is your x axis, this is your y axis, this is your origin, right? So, important point is that, see, this is y equal to log x, right, and log 1 is 0, log of 1 is 0, and if you go if you take the value less than 1, right, value of log x is negative. If you take x less than 1, value of log x is negative, and if you take value greater than 1, log x is positive, right. So, what we do is, I'll come to this question again. Log of this quantity. So 1 minus log 6 x square minus 7 plus 16, this whole expression should be positive. You agree or not? Why this whole expression should be positive? Because log is only defined for positive values. Here log of this expression. So if once I am taking log of this expression should be positive. This is first thing. Now if you take log on the other side, you will get log 6 x square minus 7x plus 16, right, is less than 1, because this goes on the other side. So this is less than 1, right. Now you know the property of log, x square minus 7x plus 16 is less than 6. ये property होता है ना, log of 10 to the 1000 is 3, right. It is like this, 10 cube is 1000. So log of this is less than 1, x square minus 7x is less than 6. I hope you are following this, right. Solving this, you will get x minus 2 into x minus 5 is less than 0. And you know this will be only true if x belongs to 2 and 5. X belongs to 2, between 2 and 5, this interval, open interval 2 and 5. So this is important for you to understand, and this you can only understand if you take this, understand this curve, that log of 0 or log of negative number is not defined. So whenever log questions are there, log of a number is defined only when that expression takes positive values. That's the reason I have taken this as positive value. But you know there is one more log here. Inside this expression also has log. So we have to also see at what domain, in what x square minus 7x plus 16 is greater than 0. We have to also ensure that this quantity is greater than 0. And if we will see that this expression is always greater than 0, whatever x you take, this expression will always be greater than 0. So finally the domain will be this only, between 2 and 5. Now let us come back to our question again. The domain of this function we have to find out, right. See, this is the question. So what I will do, this whole expression is greater than 0. See here, this whole expression is greater than 0. This expression log x square minus 7x plus 16 to the base 6 is less than 1. You simplify this, right. This inequality finally reduces to x minus 2 into x minus 5 is less than 0. And you know this is only true when x lies between 2 and 5. You take any number, let us check. अगर check भी करना है 3 put करिए, 3 put करेंगे, this is 1 and this is minus 2 and the product of these two is minus 2. If you take any value greater than 5 or less than 2, this expression will be positive. So this gives you x between 2 and 5, and further the other number whose log was there, log of this expression to the base 6 was also there. This should also be positive. Completing the squares, we reach this. This expression is always positive, because see, this quantity which I have written here, x minus 7 by 2 whole square, this will be either 0 or positive. It can be 0 at 7 by 2, but this is always non-negative. But a positive number 15 by 4 is added to this. So this whole expression will always be positive. Therefore the answer will be only the interval in which the previous expression was positive, right. So just a minute, I will come back to the, see, this expression was less than 0 and x lies between 2 and 5. So this is the only answer, x should lie between 2 and 5, because for the other expression to be positive, it is true for all values of x, every time it will be positive. So we take their intersection of the two intervals, which is 2, 5. So the right option is A. So say here the answer, the correct option is 2, 5. So I think there is some more time. I will take up some more challenging questions.
Sir, we have about 5 minutes in hand, and I also have a question on YouTube from somebody called Sandeep Ghai, and he wants to know the weightage of that long question that was answered by you twice.
So
what is the weightage?
Weightage is similar. So this is the reason whenever you are appearing for some engineering competitive examinations, तो उसमें तो आपके पूरे क्वेश्चंस हैं, तो यू हैव टू चूज विच क्वेश्चन इज द बेस्ट, बेस्ट इन द सेंस विच क्वेश्चंस विल टेक लेस टाइम फॉर यू टू डू. तो अगर आप एकदम ऑर्डर में करोगे दैट स्ट्रेटेजी, सी व्हेन एवर यू प्रिपेयर फॉर योर JEE एग्जामिनेशन और मे बी अदर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन, तो ये भी सिखाया जाता है कि आपके पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन हैं, विद योर नॉलेज यू हैव टू चूज विच क्वेश्चंस विल टेक लेस टाइम, सो यू हैव टू solve those questions first, and if you have time you have to revisit those questions,
and this strategy can be different from different people.
Yeah, so you have to ये judgment भी important है कि ये question कर भी लेंगे तो हमें ज़्यादा time लगेगा. So because until unless you solve these questions you will not know how much time it will take and what concepts are involved in that.
Right, sir. So now we can take up just one more question and we'll have to wind up the
session. I'll take one more important question. This is from a different topic. Area enclosed by these equations. See, some of these concepts, you know, for our JEE main examination, some questions which involve slightly higher concepts are there. So I am taking this question, area enclosed by the equation y plus, these are actually inequalities, right? Y plus mod x is less than equal to 3 and x square less than equal to 2y minus 3 is A. It is given to us, area enclosed by these two inequalities is A. Then we have to find value of A by 2, right? So I'll there are two things, either I can first explain you the answer and then the technicalities and graphs and all, or I can go slow first, explain you the graph and find the area, and then we will just review what finally we have to do. So I think it will be better if you can just write these two inequalities and I will then explain you how to draw their graph and reach this A by 2. All of you first write these two, y plus mod x is less than equal to 3 and x square less than equal to 2y minus 3. You write both of them, y plus mod x is less than equal to 3 and x square is less than equal to 2y minus 3. Area enclosed between these two is A, right? And we have to find A by 2. So once you have written this, I will explain you again, I will draw the graphs and explain you the concept. Now see, y plus mod x is less than equal to 3, right? And the other inequality is x square is less than 2y minus 3, right? Area bounded between these two is A units. But how to draw these graphs, right? That is very important. First is when I am taking x greater than 0, right, or equal to 0, this equation will reduce to y plus x only, y plus x equal to 3. Convert these, first you just change them into equalities. इसको भी equality करो और इन दोनों को. I am just taking the equality part. Let me first draw the equality, right? Even if you don't want to consider this specific domain, you can write mod x only. You take the whole equation, change the inequalities into equality first, right? Now this is y equal to 3 minus mod x, right? All of you know, just look here, all of you know y equal to mod x is this graph, y equal to mod x, right? So what will be y equal to minus mod x? So y equal to minus mod x will be, right, this, y equal to minus mod x will be this. So if you want to draw y equal to minus mod x, it will be like this, y equal to minus mod x. It is the mirror image of y equal to mod x in x axis, क्योंकि माइनस आ रहा है तो सब वैल्यूज नीचे आ जाएंगी. नाउ इफ आई एम एडिंग 3, एक्चुअली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, y equal to minus mod x में I am adding 3, it is same as 3 minus mod x. So what will happen, this expression जो this graph will move shift 3 units above. So ये जो origin पर है इसका vertex, it will go at 3. So the shape of this will be, the shape of y plus mod x equal less than equal to 3 will be this, like this. And how to know what region we have to shade? Now the best thing is, once you have obtained this, suppose you have obtained this, this is 3, right, this is y equal to mod x minus mod x and adding 3 to it. It shifts 3 units above, right? Now if you put 0 0 in this inequality, you will realize 0 is less than 3 is true. So putting 0 0, we know whether we have to shade towards the origin or not. So our shading will be like this, towards the origin, because 0 0 is satisfying this. Similarly, when you draw the graph of this equation x square equal to 2y minus 3, see it is very easy. How to know where it intersects y axis? Suppose I want to know it, any curve intersects y axis where x is 0. Now if you put x equal to 0 here, right here, you will get y equal to 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 will be somewhere here, but the basic shape is x square is equal to 4ay type of expression, right? So this type of parabola, you know, will open upwards like this.
Right, sir. And I think we are moving towards the end of our session.
I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes to complete this. Now if you put 0 0 in this, so 0 is less than equal to minus 3 is false. So our shading will not be towards the origin, my shading will be like this. So this is the area which we have to find. Now if this area is A, I have to find A by 2. That means I have to find only this area which I have shaded, the right side area. So now this area will be, this is 0 and this will come out to be 1. So this is 0 to 1 upper curve. This line is x plus y equal to 3. So upper curve will be 3 minus x dx, and just I will take 30 seconds more to complete this. And you know what is this area below this? It is minus 0 to 1 y dx, and y from here is how much? From this, what is y? Y is x square plus 3 by 2 dx. So if you solve this, you will get a by 2.
राइट सर, अब समय बिल्कुल हमें इजाज़त नहीं दे रहा है कि हम आगे बढ़ें और समय बिल्कुल समाप्ति पर आ चुका है. थैंक यू सो मच सर, आप आज के सेशन में आए और बच्चों को आपने इतने गहराई से समझाया कि MCQs कैसे उन्हें सॉल्व करने चाहिए और किस तरीके से उन्होंने इस चैप्टर को समझा. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आज बच्चों के लिए रहा. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू मैम. और नेक्स्ट हमारे इसके एक्सटेंशन में assertion reason questions and more MCQs will follow.
ऑल राइट, थैंक यू सो मच. तो डियर व्यूवर्स, ये था आज का लाइव इंटरैक्टिव सेशन क्लास 12th के लिए मैथमेटिक्स में. हमने जाना कि कैसे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, ना सिर्फ क्लास 12th में बल्कि आगे के कंपेटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए भी आप कैसे इनको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो ये था आज का लाइव इंटरैक्टिव सेशन. अब एक नज़र डालते हैं कि अगले घंटे आप क्या अटेंड करने वाले हैं, क्या विषय रहेगा. तो जो ऑनलाइन प्रशिक्षण चल रहा है साइबर स्पेस से उभरती चिंताएँ, इसका डे 5 आज आप अटेंड करेंगे, जिसका टॉपिक रहने वाला है सोशल मीडिया सुरक्षा. बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट ये सेशन आपके लिए रहेगा, तो आप इसे ज़रूर अटेंड करें. और इसी के साथ मैं नेहा आप सभी से अनुमति लूँगी. अपना बहुत अच्छे से ख्याल रखिएगा और ऐसे ही आगे भी CIET NCERT के सेशंस के साथ बने रहिएगा. नमस्कार.